We have marketed small to mid-sized businesses from hundreds of different industries over 13 years at this point and counting. In that time, we've driven over $304 million in revenue for our clients using Google ads and social media ads. So that number doesn't even account for the organic growth that we've generated for our clients. And you know what happens when you dedicate 13 plus years to a craft? Two things. Number one, you get kind of good at it. And number two, you learn a thing or two about what works and what doesn't. In our case, we've discovered a few secrets about what truly works to generate sales for smaller, unknown brands, as well as what doesn't work. And we are not gatekeeping those secrets any longer. Today, I'm sharing the biggest things that we've learned from marketing small businesses throughout the years. And in case you don't know, I'm Brandy with Life Marketing, the digital marketing agency with a mission to help small businesses grow. Now, it's important to keep in mind that we did not have any sort of leg up when we first opened our doors in 2011. We did not start our digital marketing agency with some existing huge follower base. Our co-founders were not big influencers or gurus that already had a platform of followers to launch this agency with or anything like that. Our three founders who you've seen on this channel and who have since been recognized both personally and professionally with awards and accolades were once just a few college students with a dream. They built Life Marketing from the ground up, started out door knocking and cold calling, just like I'm sure many of you watching have. I'm sharing this so that you know it's possible to go from literally zero to millions in revenue with the secrets I'm sharing today because we did it. And if we did it, so can you. All right, so secret number one is to be able to say what you sell in one sentence. When clients sign up for our services, one of the first things we have them do is fill out a questionnaire answering all of our questions about their business. And you would be surprised at how many people struggle to clearly indicate what their business is or what they sell with a whole questionnaire of opportunities to do so, let alone try to put it in one sentence. Confusing your customers or failing to communicate your offer clearly is one of the biggest ways to lose a perfectly good customer. Especially if you sell a service, I feel like your elevator pitch can get so complicated so quickly because you know everything there is to know about your business, but your audience doesn't and doesn't need to know all of that, at least not at the start. For example, what did I say about Life Marketing at the beginning of this video? I said we're a digital marketing agency that helps small businesses grow. Because at the end of the day, that's what we do. It isn't until someone schedules a call with us wanting to get a free quote and proposal for our services that they need more detail about how we offer social media marketing and advertising services, or that we do Google advertising. Save your more extensive answers for interested leads. But when you're first trying to hook cold customers, you need to be able to say what your business does and how it helps them in one sentence or less. And this goes for business owners who sell a product too, not just a service. If you sell a product, don't solely describe the product, describe how it benefits the customer. For example, we sell vacuums versus we sell vacuums that suck up anything and everything in one pass, no matter the angle. At bare minimum, your audience needs to understand what you're offering and how it helps them, which brings us to secret number two. Give your audience real value that they actually care about. A lot of small businesses go to make their social media content or their ads, and they start doing this. We sell the best vacuums with the Cleaner Turbo 3000, and we won the Best New Cleaner Award for 2024, and our vacuums come in 4 different colors. And did you know that vacuums were first invented in 1901, etc.? While you may think that that's giving value to your audience, it's actually just you talking about your business or providing fun facts, which can we all collectively agree to just do away with the fun facts, please? Here's what would actually be of value to the audience in the same example. A blog on how to fix their vacuum if it quits working. 3 benefits that they get out of using it, like only having to go over a certain area once with it because it picks up everything like I mentioned earlier, or it being quiet so it doesn't wake up any babies or young kids in the house that are sleeping, or it being cordless and flexible so it can bend to reach the hard to reach spaces instead of you bending to reach them. If you offer a service, give away all the good stuff, all your secret sauce, and instead sell them on the implementation of it. Look at our YouTube channel, for example. We tell you guys exactly how to market your businesses every week. Do we still get paying clients from YouTube who want us to do the marketing for them? Absolutely, every month. Why? Because when you give away free value, you're doing 2 things: establishing your authority and expertise in your industry and showing that you actually care about your customers. Therefore, you're building brand trust with them. And statistically, trust is required in order for a customer to buy from a brand. So by giving your audience true value, you're helping them build brand trust that's necessary in order for them to buy from you. So in order to execute this step, it means you have to do what? Know your audience. So how do you do that? I would start by making a list of all the ways that your product or service helps them, all the ways that they benefit from using it, then start categorizing that list into whether that benefit helps solve a pain point for them, and if so, what pain point, or if it helps them achieve a goal, and if so, what goal. Then start drafting up language around those pain points or goals that would make your audience feel understood. If you're having a hard time making this list, then here's a few resources you can turn to. The first being your existing customers. If they've left any reviews or filled out any surveys or emailed any questions, all of that can prove as useful data that highlights what they care about most and or what they're struggling with. The second place you can look at is social media. Social media gives you direct access to your target consumer to see what they're saying and see what they're posting about, especially on apps like Instagram and TikTok that have high brand consumer engagement. Read through the comment sections either on your own posts or your competitors' posts to see what your shared target market is talking about, how they're feeling, etc. Keeping up with your audience on social media is like having a constant ear to the ground so that you are in the know when it comes to your audience's cares and concerns. The third resource you can turn to is my target market research video, which I will link below for you to watch next. Secret number 3 is that numbers matter. I know it may not be the fun part of your business, but you need to know your LTV, your AOV, your CAC, etc. I think a lot of business owners in the early stages are just excited to follow their dreams and start creating and selling the thing that they're most passionate about. And then to get those first few sales or to close that first lead, I get it. It's very exciting. I don't want to take away from that, but doesn't matter if you're getting sales if you're getting them at too high a cost. Let's say you sell bracelets for $5 each and you're spending about $10 in ads to get each sale. You are losing money on those purchases. It's costing you more to sell them than what you're getting for them in return. This whole example turns around, however, if you know that your average order value is $30, meaning in this example, people tend to buy 6 bracelets in one order. And you can set this up in Facebook Ads Manager, by the way, so that you're not guessing how much they spend. You can set it up to track the exact dollar amount that they bought from your Facebook ad. Or if your business operates on leads like ours does, you can manually input how much a lead is worth to you on average in Ads Manager so that it calculates the proper ROAS, which stands for return on ad spend for you. Another way you can turn the bracelet example around is if you also know that the lifetime value of your customers on average is $300. Then you may be okay losing a little bit of money on the first sale because you know that you'll get repeat sales from them at a lower cost in the future that makes losing money on the initial sale worth it in the end. That's just a very rudimentary example to make the math easy, but you get what I'm saying. You need to know on average how much each customer is worth and how much it costs to acquire each customer, and your marketing efforts need to live and die by these numbers. If Instagram ads are getting customers for you at a profitable cost and Facebook ads are not, turn off the Facebook ads and reallocate that budget to the Instagram ads. If you find higher quality leads from Google because of the high intent searches, invest more into Google ads. One of the biggest things that we found is that small business owners who don't have a marketing background don't always really look at numbers. You would be amazed at the amount of business owners who are making decisions for their business based on what they feel like makes sense instead of what the data tells them makes sense. For instance, you've got a business owner that just likes the Facebook ads that they're running, so they want to keep them on, even though the data is showing them that Instagram ads are way more profitable for them. What you think or what you feel should not take precedence over what the data says. If you want to grow, you have to make decisions based on data and numbers, not based on feelings. Secret number 4 is to deliver on what you promised. I have unfortunately witnessed clients failing to fully deliver on what they said they would do for their customers. The result is negative reviews, bad publicity, enraged customers in the comment sections of your Instagram, and so on. It can take years to build a strong, trustworthy brand and seconds to tear it down. So make sure all of your amazing marketing messaging is also truthful in what your team is able to produce for your customers. And even if something bad did happen in the execution of the service that's beyond your control, just be transparent about it. Let me give you an example. I had a client one time where something happened not just with one delivery truck, but with the entire company that they were using to ship out their products. Like nothing was getting shipped on time. It was taking weeks and sometimes months longer to deliver. Some orders were just getting lost altogether. It was bad. My client didn't have their own delivery trucks or in-house truck drivers or anything like that. I'm sure a lot of you watching are running your business the same way. So it was just a sucky situation because on my end as their marketer, their social media was getting flooded with angry DMs. DMs. People in the comments straight up saying, don't buy from these people. I haven't gotten my order in 2 months. A marketer's nightmare, right? But here is what made it worse, in my opinion. We could never get the approval from the client to transparently post about the situation and explain what was going on. We wanted to pin a post at the top of their page, transparently explaining what was going on with the shipment company and when people can expect orders by, and give an apology in the meantime, etc. Because I'm telling you, this was not just 1 or 2 orders. This was every order from the past however many months that was going to be delayed for weeks and weeks and weeks. But our client just wanted us to keep holding off the customers on social media as much as possible by saying, so sorry, it should be there soon, with no real explanation. And whether you've dealt with angry customers before, or if you've been one yourself, you probably know that they really want just 2 things. Number 1, they want the thing they paid for and they want it now. And number 2, if they can't have that, they want to know if you're allotting a certain time frame before you start doling out refunds. They want to know the real reason they haven't gotten their order yet. They want to know when you actually expect they will receive their order based on the updates you're receiving. They want your honesty. Even if your business messes something up in the transaction, I'm telling you, honesty and genuine care to make it right will go so far in retaining that customer for the future. It's one of the cons of a corporate business. A lot of times you get these customer service reps who don't really care and or are not authorized to do what's right by the customer. You don't have to get bogged down in corporate rules because it's your business. You have the opportunity every day to make your customers extremely happy from interacting with your brand, so take it. Deliver on what you promised, and if for some reason you fail to do that, do what's right by the customer, period. And lastly, secret number 5 is to be smart with your ad spend. Invest in lookalike audiences, A/B split test different ad creatives and copies, make sure you're retargeting people, and so on. A lot of business owners unfortunately spend advertising dollars catching fish, but either don't spend the retargeting ad dollars necessary to put the fish in their bucket, or didn't run efficient targeting at the beginning and so caught the wrong type of fish in the first place. You want to catch the right fish and put your brand in front of them enough so that beyond just hooking them, you put them in your bucket, aka turn them into a customer. Sorry for the lengthy fish metaphor. Statistically, more than 90% of your website traffic will not come back to your site and will not convert unless you retarget them with ads a second, third, fourth, or fifth time to send them back to your site. So if you don't know what a lookalike audience is or how to set up a retargeting audience or any of that, I will link my full tutorial on it below for you to watch next.